Thanks for tuning into this live stream. And later, this will be on my podcast, The Vibrant Soul Society, The Conversations. So thanks for joining me today. I'm your host, Baba Sam, the Miracle Man. The whole point of my broadcast is to help people discover that they are greater than their thoughts. And beyond their thoughts is a vibrant soul. So today, we're going to be talking about miracles and allowing miracles and why we're not seeing miracles in our life. So let me just check this to see that this is out there live before I continue on, because it didn't really schedule this event properly. So I want to ensure this we're live, and this will take a long. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look where it's regional. Let's see if this is live. I don't know if this is live or not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is live, but it is being recorded, so it will go out later. And let's see if it's on my Facebook. Let's take a look here. Looks like I am. Yep, I'm live here. Okay. So hopefully this will go live on YouTube as well. I'm not sure, but it is being recorded. So let's talk about miracles. Well, first, let's share a little bit about my story. That my story is a miracle, having multiple sclerosis, bipolar, migraines, and no longer having this. But I'm not unique, that miracles are normal and natural. That I worked with somebody in the hospital, was days away from death with cancer throughout their body. They lived for another 5 years. People with migraines, gone in a few minutes. People in chronic pain, dissipating that, really lowering that. That miracles happen all the time. And why aren't miracles becoming a more natural part of our life? It's because of the overthinking and trying to figure things out. And it's really about relaxing, being in this deeper space of who we really are, this vibrant soul. So the first step is to relax, because the mind's always busy. So we just need to relax and allow the mind to soften. Now, I mentioned that we are a vibrant soul. This may make no sense to you. I know it wouldn't make any sense to me when I was sick. All I knew was my diagnosis, my labels, my personality, my identity, this body. But it's really the one who sees through the eyes, that we had a baby body, a toddler body, a teenager body. We had all these changing bodies, but we are not that. We are the aliveness behind all of it. And this is the home of miracles. So the first thing is to relax, to bring yourself into this moment, to realize you're sitting right now, your feet are on the floor, that you're listening. But we're usually caught up in the story, the thinking, the drama, the situation that we're experiencing. But we really need to go beyond all of that and just to remember who we are, but not an intellectual knowing. It's this deeper knowing who you are, to experience this. So the steps to the miracle is just to relax, returning home to who we are, and then miracles happen from this place, because there's nothing to figure out. You are spirit connected to all that is. And we think that has to be really difficult, a complex process. But that difficulty, the complexity, creates those blocks. So it's a very simple thing. You don't even need to do affirmations and intentions, because your soul, your spirit knows exactly what you want to manifest or create in your life. And the mind is simply blocking by overthinking and trying to figure things out, or maybe doing all these visualizations, which could be helpful, but there's a point where that becomes too much thinking. So we set those intentions and we let it go. And those intentions are just really to remind ourselves what's important in our life, but to understand that your soul knows exactly where you need to go. And it's giving this one step at a time. But the mind is constantly interfering with these stories, or trying to heal ourselves. If you want to keep yourself sick, enter the energy of trying, All this trying is a blocking energy. It's trying to force, it's trying to demand this situation, which is really about stepping back and just relaxing and knowing that life is unfolding as it needs to unfold. And this is very difficult for the mind to accept because we're going through some terrible experiences, some horrendous experiences that we wouldn't wish on anyone. So, how could this be the perfect experience? Because every experience is useful. There are no mistakes. Even though it seems this way that the universe isn't working out in your favor, but you're having these experiences for your maximum growth. That we're here in the human body for our spiritual evolution. So just relax, get the mind out of the way, and just follow those impulses that feel right to you. And that's really the key, doing those things that feel right to you without overthinking things, without trying to figure it out, removing that trying energy, removing that demanding energy, and just really stepping back and say, Spirit has everything in order, and you are Spirit, connected to all that is. We're all interconnected into this one energy, but we get so lost and busy. And yes, I understand that pain is the greatest distraction. When you're in pain, you're in suffering, it's hard to come back home to who you are. Pain is the great distraction. So, one of the things I like to do when I work with individuals is remove the pain as quickly as possible so they can begin that process of remembering who they are. And pain can go very quickly because usually it's rooted in the mind, and the mind has a story about the situation, a label, an attachment. There's something there. And once we can clear that something there, then you can return back home to who you are. Because I don't see anything as impossible. For we are the spirit, the soul, the aliveness, one with all that is, that created this body, this planet, this galaxy, this universe, and everything contained within it. So there's nothing that's impossible. It's simply the mind that gets into, the stories, the ego, the mind saying, hey, we can't do this. We all have this ability. If we can just be present, be here to the best of our ability, relaxed, not pushing and demanding against life. So hopefully this is going out to everyone. Let me see if there's anybody here. Oh, hi, Bianca. Thanks for watching me. Wasn't sure if this was going live or not today. So I'm here if there's any questions that I can help anybody with, or if there maybe we have some time for a healing as well. But ultimately, miracles are our natural state. If miracles are not happening in your life, then what's blocking that miracle? It's usually the busyness of the mind trying to figure things out, or it's pain, it's suffering, it's a circumstance in your life that's a distraction. We need to clear the distraction and just return home. It's really this simple, that I allowed the miracle when I discovered that I had thoughts, but I wasn't my thoughts. If I wasn't my thoughts, then who am I? I had no concept of spirit, of soul, of consciousness. I didn't know these terms. They weren't part of my reality. My reality was sickness, doctors, medicine. I didn't know any of the spiritual realms, which was very beneficial for me because I would have been locked into the dogma of how you're supposed to sit, the foods that you're supposed to eat, the practices that you're supposed to undergo, and all of this busyness. But if you told my OCD brain all the rules to being ourselves, I would have been lost because I was OCD. I've been obsessing my doing this right, and we would never get out of the mind this way. And I have witnessed many miracles that are beyond explanation. Somebody with cancer living for 5 years, long COVID, social anxiety where they're not able to function in the world, clear that, and they can live their normal life because this mind is always messing things up. It's interfering. So we just want to keep it very simple. I don't have difficult practices. and I work with individuals, it's not about adding more information into their head. I want to pull things out of them that are not serving them. So I'm not seeing any questions here. And I don't really have these long talks on Sunday, but there is an announcement though. I'm doing a free Healing Oasis um, for the public. I have this in my community, the Vibrant Soul Society, the conversations, where I do that several times a week. But the last Wednesday of the month, I'm doing a free Healing Oasis on Zoom. That's a Wednesday evening at 7:30. That's on my website. And then I'm also putting this out on social media as well. And I'll probably add the comment to this or the link to this description as well. That I really can't explain what I do. I drop into this deeper place, maybe you call it a trance state, where I'm getting the mind out of the way, dropping into this deeper state, and I just allow myself to be a conduit for spirit, and remarkable things happen. So we just want to take a moment and just pause, relax, and remember there are no mistakes in life. This is hard to accept, but there's no mistakes. Every experience is useful. It's helping you to grow, to expand, to help you remember who you are, this aliveness, this beingness. So we need to let go of all these difficulties, all these complications. We're making life harder than it needs to be. But it's really about softening into that deeper essence. So take good care of yourself. I'm not saying any questions here. And thanks for watching, listening. And check out my website for this event coming up at the end of the month. And every Wednesday of the last of the month, I will do this live stream. I mean, the live Zoom for the healing so we can experience this. Because you deserve to live a life of happiness, of joy. This is your natural state. So what's preventing your natural state from coming through? All right. Well, take good care of yourself. I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.